Welcome back to Between Bells. Are you tired of waiting in long lines for COVID testing? Now you can do it at home if you can spare about $120. Wellness for Humanity is rolling out vending machines with at-home COVID tests nationwide, and New York City's first machine is in Midtown. Cheddar reporter Chloe Aiello is on site at West 34th Street in Midtown with more. Chloe, good to have you with us this morning. What can you tell us about this vending machine?
Hey Nora, well these are not just your average vending machines. Instead of selling chips and snacks, they sell take-home PCR COVID-19 tests. As you can see behind me, these machines are fully automated. They contain these PCR tests that require a saliva sample, and they come with prepaid FedEx shipping labels, guaranteeing results within about 48 hours. Now, as I mentioned, these machines contain about 300 to 400 tests each, and they can be quickly replenished. The company did scale up pretty quickly and is now capable of producing about 100,000 tests within PCR tests within a day, and about 2 to 3 million antigen tests within the week. Now, these operate on a contactless payment system. As we know, contactless payment has become increasingly in demand amid the pandemic as people try to avoid touching high-touch areas like kiosks and, of course, like cash. So what I would do if this machine was operating, I would purchase one of these test kits online. I'd receive a QR code, and then I would scan it at this machine, after which point it would dispense the PCR test. Now, on the actual technology of the machine, they partnered up with San Francisco tech company Swift. You may have seen some other Swift vending machines around town. They actually did partner up with the MTA as well to put PPE dispensing machines in select subway stops around the country. Now, obviously, it's a bit more convenient to grab a PCR test from one of these vending machines than to wait for, upwards of 1 or 2 hours to get a no or low cost COVID-19 test at a clinic around the city. But that convenience will cost you. These tests run upwards of about $120, although the team does say that they are 99% accurate, and soon they'll be rolling out their antigen tests, which guarantee results in 15 minutes without shipping anything off.
Chloe, you mentioned there's other vending machines around the country. Where at this point are they, and what is kind of the plans around where to put these vending machines?
Sure. Well, the Wellness for Humanity vending machines, these are actually the first 2 branded ones of a batch of about 25 that will be going out to major city centers. New York has the first 2, but they're planning to deploy those 25 more, and the team hopes to have about 1,000 rolled out within 3 to 6 months, primarily at train stations, at airports, anywhere that someone might need a COVID-19 test on the go when they're traveling, for example. But COVID-19 test vending machines are nothing new. Actually, in Hong Kong, there have been free COVID testing vending machines popping up for commuters and subway stations. Also, University of California, San Diego offers free testing from vending machines for its students. And there's also a small company in the UK that has been dispensing PPE and tests as well for about $60 a pop.
And Chloe, this kind of reminds me of the vending machines you see in airports with like chargers when you forget the essentials. So what happens to these vending machines if and when COVID tests aren't so in demand?
That's a great question. So I was speaking to the founders earlier who said that they anticipate COVID testing being crucial for at least the next year, the next 2 years. After that point, though, they will pivot these machines to what they were originally intended for, which is actually wellness. So you might see in these machines, instead of COVID-19 tests, you'll see perhaps DNA test kits, maybe microbiome or macronutrient tests. So they're really targeting consumers that are wellness focused with a little chunk of extra change to spare.
All right, Cheddar's reporter Chloe Aiello. Chloe, thank you as always for those updates. Great reporting.